Hey, welcome to the Wealth Builder Advantage video. In the next 7 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can stash away $500,000 in tax-free cash without ever worrying about the stock market crashing. Okay. Now, there are some facts I want to share with you. You've probably seen them before. According to recent studies, 37% of business owners do not have anything saved for their retirement. As a matter of fact, 50% of retirees arrive at retirement with less than $10,000 of savings, and 14% doesn't have anything at all, counting on Social Security as their sole retirement income. By the way, the average Social Security check in America today is $1,300 per month or $15,600 a year. The question here is, will you be able to live a comfortable lifestyle during retirement with $15,600? Now, here is a question that I ask everybody. If you had to choose between being rich or an absolute guarantee to never run out of money, which one would you choose? According to many surveys, 95% of the people will choose the guarantee to never run out of income. Now, here's the secondary question I must ask you. What if there was a way for you to do this? What if there was a way to never run out of income even long after you stop working? When would you want to start something like that? Or would you want to start something like that? I'm sure you would. Now, my name is Lou Paul, president of Main Street Financial Services. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share with you the one thing that you can do to make sure you never run out of money for as long as you live. Now, if we're looking at a way to grow our money, there's three things we always want to make sure we have. Now, that's the possibility of growth, the protection to never run out of, to never lose any money, and then the option to turn on an income bucket and not have to pay any taxes on that money. But what if we could find something that has all three, where when the market start performing, we get the gain from it, but we never lose money when it goes down? How about something that give us tax-free advantages, so we never have to worry about paying taxes on the money that we put in there when we take it out? And lastly, something that will protect you from all the major financial risk. Now, introducing the Wealth Builder account. What's special about the Wealth Builder account is that it uses the S&P 500 to credit your account with gains, but it gives you a floor that guarantee that you will never run out of money. You will never lose any money. So that's the guarantee of your principal. So regardless of what happened in the marketplace, you will never run out of any money. You'll never, you will never lose any money because your gains are locked in and you have the floor. You also have the cap, which is 13%. So the most that you can gain when the market goes up is 13%. So in a year where, like 2017, when the market went up 22%, the maximum you would get is 13%. Now, let me show you how that really works. Let's assume that both of us had $100,000 and we want to invest that money for growth. Now, for me, I'm going to have my money in the stock market, and you're going to have it in a Wealth Builder account or an annuity or a cash value life insurance policy. Now, here's what would happen in the first year if the market went up 10%. Both of our account will be credited 10%, so we would now have $110,000. Okay, so that becomes our new principal. The next year, if the market went down 10%, because I do not have a floor, I would lose 10% while you would keep your earnings, so you still have $110,000. The next year, when the market come back up, it always does, now my account would perform, I would get 5% credit. And so now my account value would be almost $104,000 versus your account that didn't lose anything, that's at $115,500. This is an $11,705 difference. That's because of the lock in and reset. That's the floor that you have that locks in everything that you have from experiencing any losses. Now, here's what it would look like. For me, at $104,000 in 2008, when the market sank by 37% in 2008, at the lowest point, which was in March of 2009, my account value would be worth $65,000. In March of 2010, when it rebounded, I would gain 13% of the 26% growth. So now my account value would be $82,817. But you, check it out. You started at 115,500. The market sank to its lowest point. You still have 115,500. And so in 2010, when the market rebounded and you get 13% growth, your account value would be at 130,515 versus my 82,000. That's the power of having the floor and the cap. Most importantly, the floor that protects you from any downside. Now, here's a case study. I worked on this for a young lady about 3 weeks ago. I changed her name to Christina. So meet Christina and her son, Zach. Christina's objective was to put enough money away so that when she's 65, she can completely stop working. She also wants to fund Zachary's college education when he's 18. So she has 15 years. After looking at her situation, she has some discretionary income, so she's able to fund that account with $600 per month. So let's take a look at what happened in year 15 when when Zachary is 18 years old and ready for college. The account value is $158,765. I call that her walk away money, because if she decided she does not want to be a part of this account anymore, she could just close it and the company would send her a check for that amount. Now, the thing that she could do is use the funds in that account to pay for to fund Zachary's college education. If Zachary decided that he's not going to college, she's in control of that money 100%. But she's also is able to use the funds for a business expansion, to pay off her mortgage, or any type of investment opportunity. The good thing here is that she does not have to pay any taxes or penalties because she's now 55, and therefore, according to IRS codes, she would have to pay a 10% penalty plus ordinary income tax. Now, if she passes away at 55, her family would receive $407,000 in death benefit. Now, let's take a look at what the account looks like at 65. At 65, she would have contributed $194,400 into the account. However, the account balance is almost $520,000. And if she were to pass away, the account would pay her family $820,000. Now, here's what's important. The life expectancy in America is closer to 80 years of age and is climbing up every day due to medical advancement. So at 65, the account value is $520, but she can turn on an income stream at 66 and take $52,000 a year out of the account for as long as she lives and still live a legacy for her family. That is lifetime income. Now, let me show you what it looks like in 10 years, a 10-year summary. In 10 years, she would have taken out $523,490, okay? Now, and still have $348,752 in the account. So the total account value at that point in time is $868,242. Now, this is made possible by these two numbers, 7702 and 72E. You probably have never seen these before, but they are IRS codes that control the development of cash value life insurance. Now, this is an index universal hybrid life insurance that provides you protection, growth opportunity, and lifetime income under the policy. Now, here's what's more important than anything else on here almost. The cash value life insurance or the index universal life policy also has what is called living benefits. So for example, if something happened like a critical illness or chronic illness, terminal illness, or if he passes away, the account would pay 80%, I'm sorry, if anything happened like a heart attack, strokes, cancer, those are chronic illnesses, critical illnesses, or you became terminal and have 2 years of life remaining, you could use 80% of the death benefit. In this case, is $820,000 towards any of those things, even to go hit your bucket list without having to pay any extra. You can use up to 80% of that account for that. Now, let me share with you some famous folks who have used these type of policies. Now, Walt Disney in 1953 could not get any money from a bank to market Walt Disney World. So he got money from his account to fund the expansion of his business. Now, in 2008, when John McCain was running for president, he needed money to fund his presidential campaign. And so he secured a loan by using the cash value within his policy as collateral. And in 1961, when Ray Kroc bought McDonald's, he couldn't get any money either. So he used the cash value from 2 of his cash value life insurance policies to buy out the McDonald brothers. Now, here's a question I have for you. How would you like for us to design your personal wealth builder plan? What we'll do is collect some information from you, design a plan for you, and then we get together via screen sharing or at my office to go over the finding. There is no cost and there's no obligation. All we're gonna do is ask you a few questions to start the process. Now, below this video, there's a link to a short survey that will help you design the account that you would like, the goals that you would like to achieve. So by the time you're 68 or 65, you can start taking income that will last until you take your last breath. So go ahead and click the link below and take the quiz, the 60-second quiz that will help you design your plan.